So my name is Helena Farrell. I'm the Community Wound Care Nurse Specialist for Berkshire Healthcare Foundation Trust for the District Nursing Service in Reading. So 2.5 years ago, when I started with the District Nursing Service, Convatec were looking to do an evaluation on wound hygiene with a set number of patients using the 4 steps of wound hygiene. After evaluating what was needed, it seemed like an excellent idea to actually go forward and look at different wounds to see how this would affect them going forward. And I was very naughty, and I did pick people that had wounds that had been stagnant for quite a while, because I wanted to see how big a difference this would make on them and their lifestyle and their health and well-being. So yes, so that's how it all started. The Trust bought into the evaluation. They were on board with us trying it. However, there was an initial pushback about the amount of time that it may take to get this up and running, and the amount of time that I explained I would need to start off with each patient. However, I did explain when we sat down and had a meeting how much time had already been given to these patients in the previous 5, 8, 12 years, and how much that had cost the District Nursing Service. And I was hoping to make sure that these wounds were healed within a time of 2 to 3 years, because I'd taken on the worst ones. I've noticed a big financial impact when implementing wound hygiene. I'm going to just have a read of this so that I can tell you one of the case studies that I completed on one of my patients that you know about, Janet. So after doing a deep dive and looking at all the costs, the initial cost for Janet over the 6 years from March 2015 to April 2021 for the District Nursing Service was £100,000, just over £100,000. When looking at the costs that I've implemented on her, doing exactly the same, looking at the cost for the District Nursing Service and the dressings I chose to do optimum treatment on her, and looking at the time spent and everything, her costs at present for these last just over 2 years is £24,000. When you look at it like that and you think, right, 6 years, it's just over £100,000, and for these 2 years is just over £24,000. Whereas at present, she now has wounds that are 99% healed. I visualise that the last of her wounds will be healed just before Christmas, so hoping to get her out of everything by Christmas. And I've spent on her approximately £12,000 a year. When you weigh this up, even with the cost of the dressings being slightly more expensive, which I chose for her to get everything under control, we've saved a fortune on this lady, an absolute fortune, in time, in money, in everything, and restored her health, her well-being, her mental health, everything. It's absolutely fantastic. When I came along, we started from scratch, recleaned, reassessed, and then chose the most appropriate dressing that we knew would help these wounds that were in this inflammatory phase and not coming out of it, just going round in a massive circle, and actually forced them to go the opposite direction. First step for wound hygiene is to clean the wound, Second step is to debride the wound. Third step is to refashion them and making sure everything is lovely. And then the fourth step is the appropriate dressing and making sure it's dressed beautifully. The initial response at first from both Una and Janet was, been there, done that, seen it. You're not going to do anything. However, after explaining what I wanted to do, how we were going to do it, and if they bought in, we would see a difference in the first 4 weeks. They gave me that first 4 weeks and they couldn't believe the difference in their wounds. Wound hygiene has changed my practice, as in I do wound hygiene on everybody I see. Every single patient I see, it doesn't matter whether it's not a wound ulcer, whether it's only been there 2 minutes. Everybody gets wound hygiene. They get the 4 stages. They get the clean, the debride, they get the wound edges done and refashioned, and they get the appropriate dressing that they need at that time for the wound they have. Do it. It makes a massive difference to your wounds. You will see the progression. You may get a bit where the wound may appear a little bit larger because you're cleaning and finding out where everything is, but you will soon see it reduce and go the right way. Just do the wound hygiene. It's absolutely brilliant and it gives people back their lives.